Hi, I'm Bree, founder of Bree's Blankets. Since opening our doors in 2015, we've made close to 700 blankets. You can collect your t-shirts and get a variety of blankets created, such as high school or college graduations, a race blanket made out of race shirts you may have participated in, a concert blanket out of concerts you may have attended, and finally, you can get a blanket for a loved one who may have passed away out of their clothing. We just wanted to take a minute to create this video to help answer any common questions we've received over the time and help to make this process as smooth as possible. Step 1. You need to make the decision if you want to go with the standard square size or the extra large square size. The standard square size is a 12-inch square that is $5 per square. This will fit most designs on t-shirts. However, if you have shirts that have larger designs, larger than 12-inch squares, then you're going to want to choose our extra large square, which is 15 inches and will work with most large designs and get everything in so nothing will be cut off. The extra large square size costs $7 per square. Keep in mind you can only choose one or the other, not both, so make sure you make the choice that best fits the majority of your t-shirts. As you can see with this t-shirt pictured here, the logo does fit inside the 12-inch square, so you would want to select the standard square size for this blanket if the majority of your shirts were under 12 inches and fit inside the 12-inch square. As you can see with this t-shirt, the logo is larger than the standard 12-inch square, so you have a couple of options you can choose. You can either still choose the standard square and use this t-shirt, but be aware that part of the design will have to be cut off. Another option you have is to not include this t-shirt if you're going with the standard square size, or your final option could be to go with our extra large 15-inch square size to make sure all of your design is included in the blanket. Step 2. Now you need to decide which sides of the shirts you want included in the blanket. So when looking at the shirts, I take a look. The shirt has a front that I want included. It does have logos on the back, but I don't want these. So what I would do is I would go ahead and put this in a pile for fronts only. When looking at my next shirt, I want this side included, and this number 11 is also important to me. So I want this shirt to have both sides included, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in a different pile for both sides. This shirt has a back, and it also has a front, but I only really want the back side included, so I'm going to put this in a third pile for backs only. You're going to want to make sure before you ship or drop off that your shirts are put into 3 different labeled bags, fronts only, backs only, and both sides. Step 3. Now that you have organized your shirts into 3 different piles by fronts, backs, or both sides, you should be able to easily count to figure out how many total squares you have selected for your blanket. Now you need to make sure the total number of squares that you have makes some sort of an array. So for example, if you counted 24 squares you want included, perfect. You would have a 4-foot by 6-foot blanket, and that makes an array. But let's say, for example, you count your squares and you're at 27 squares. That would not make a very good blanket. It would make a 3-foot by 9-foot blanket. So you have a couple of choices. You can either scrounge up some more shirts and sides to make a 30 square blanket, or maybe you find a couple sides that you want to take out of the blanket to make it a 25 or a 24 square blanket. Now for the pricing. If you decided to go with the standard square size blanket, remember your squares will be $5 per square, and we'll have to multiply that by how many squares you have in your blanket. So if you ended up with 24 squares, 24 times 5 would be a $120 blanket, for example. If you decided to go with the extra large square size for your blanket, those were $7 per square. So again, let's say you had a 24 square blanket picked out, you would multiply 24 by 7, and your blanket would cost $168. I'm going to go ahead and address some commonly asked questions.
Number 1. Where are you located?
Bree's Blankets is located in West Michigan. So if you are from the local area, feel free to reach out either by email, phone call, text, or through Facebook, and we'll set up a time where you can drop off your shirts. If you're not from the local area, don't worry. You can ship us your shirts and we'd be happy to transform your shirts into your beautiful blanket. Just keep in mind, we do charge $15 to ship the blanket back to you when it is complete.
Question number 2. Do you have to pay any money up front?
If you contact us without placing the order through the website, there is no money required up front. Your money will be required after the blanket is completed. If you were not from the area and had to ship to us, once the blanket is complete, we'll send you a picture of your completed blanket. We'll then ask for payment either through PayPal, Venmo, or check, and then we'll ship the blanket back. Or either if you're local or from out of town, you can go ahead and place your order first through the website and you'll be asked to pay then, and then you can get us your shirts.
Question number 3. Can I choose my own layout?
Absolutely. If you have certain shirts that you want by one another, or maybe certain shirts you want in the center, you're more than welcome to lay out your shirts ahead of time and send a picture along with your shirts. However, keep in mind that some of your shirts have logos that are very close to the edges of the squares, and we do put a border around the blanket that's about an inch wide. So I do prefer to lay the shirts out because I know where the border is going to cover up, but you are welcome to lay them out in advance if you'd like to.
Question number 4. How are the blankets put together?
Our blankets are sewn by machine. They aren't quilted. So keep that in mind. They are backed by a soft fleece, the color of your choice. We have most colors that we're able to get. Many people choose a neutral color such as black or gray or navy, but you can ask us and we can find most colors. So they are not quilted. There's not any batting put in between the shirts, and there's no quilting or sewing on top of the shirts. It's the shirt sewn together in the fleece that's acting as the backing and the border of the blanket.
Question number 5. How many squares is an average size blanket?
Most people use 20 to 30 squares in their blanket, but the minimum amount we can use is 12. There is no max. We've made blankets as large as 100 shirts, which was a 10-foot by 10-foot blanket. So as long as it fits into an array and is more than 12 squares, you're good to go. Feel free to check us out on Facebook by liking our page at www.facebook.com/breezeblankets, or check out our website, www.breezeblankets.com, where you can check out pictures of examples of past blankets we've made, over 50 reviews, and some other questions can be answered there. Feel free to contact us if you have any other questions, and we look forward to making your next memory that you can wrap yourself in.